Today we will solve the problem with the Xbox console. Specifically, the disc is not being read and won't eject. We will figure out what the problem is. When turned on, you can see the interface, the working menu, and the disc loaded into the console. And for some reason, it doesn't want to come out. We press the eject button. The power button starts flashing, and nothing happens. There's some kind of internal humming. Possibly the disk drive is damaged. I start reading. It appears. An interactive menu appears. We press the letter to start the disk. The reading begins. You can hear the disk spinning in the console. But that's where it ends, and the loading doesn't proceed. With such a malfunction, you can either buy a new drive or try to revive the old one. Last time I already cleaned the laser on this drive, so there shouldn't be a problem with that. So, the problem is mechanical. We need to figure it out. First of all, it's necessary to disconnect the drive from the power supply. And unplug all the cables that go from the power block and the outputs to the TV. First we remove the HDMI cable and then the power cord. I pressed two buttons beforehand on the left and right from the connector. Here they are. After this, it's necessary to remove the drive from the Xbox and figure out what the problem is. First of all, you need to detach the hard drive. To do this, press this button and it will come out of its slot. Set it aside. Then unclip the front panel. For this, take a sharp object. Pry it from the left and right. At this exact spot where the clip is exactly. And pull it with your hand. Now, the front panel is removed. Then, using a sharp object, remove the side panels. Locate the spots for the fasteners on top. And start unfastening them carefully so as not to break anything. And proceed to the last clips. The right side is already removed. Now remove the left side. To remove the left side, you will need to take off the rubber gasket on the rear left leg. But I won't remove it because it came off easily without doing so. Here it is removed. Now it is necessary to detach 4 clips on the front side. Using a regular screwdriver, we pry and unclip them carefully to avoid breaking them. Now, using a sharp object, we detach the clips on the back side. Press each one. If you have a new console, it will be harder to unclip them. But mine is not very new anymore. It has been disassembled, so it's much easier now. Press carefully until it clicks, trying not to break anything. Like this. Now, detach the drive. Opening button. Carefully lift it with something sharp underneath. And it comes out easily, looking like this. Now, using a hex key, unscrew 6 bolts on the bottom part. After that, we recalculate the console and remove the top part. Now we take out the Xbox drive. Simply pull it upwards and disconnect all the cables connected to it. There are 2 of them here. They are simply pulled and removed towards you. One and the other. Now the drive is in our hands and we can disassemble it. Turn the drive over and unscrew 4 screws. Carefully, with a flat screwdriver, pry off the top part from both sides. and set it aside. Now, grab the supports and carefully lift the entire assembly, removing it from the case. Here it is removed, and the disc remains in the top part. To remove the tray from its place, you need to take a flat screwdriver and turn the drive belt clockwise, like this. Once it starts moving, just use your hand to pull it out completely. The disassembly showed that the grease between the gears has hardened, and now they don't fit well into their slots and get stuck there. Now it is necessary to remove the old silicone grease from the plastic gears and replace it with new grease. Take an old toothbrush, alcohol, and we thoroughly wash these gears. And blow them out well with a compressor. Now, using petroleum jelly and a flat screwdriver, it is necessary to lubricate all the gears that operate the closing of the carriage. With a very thin layer, apply it so that there won't be later dust deposits. And slightly move the carriage so that the gears get lubricated. After this, we take the Xbox, connect the drive to it, and check how it operates. Using a sharp object, press the open and close button. It is located here at the bottom. The carriage comes out without any issues. And we close it. The laser turns on and the laser operation begins. So, the drive is working successfully. Let's turn it on and off a couple more times, check its operation, and then we can assemble everything. After such a simple procedure of cleaning and lubricating the drive, it can be put back in its place. Lower the drive into the upper part of the case. Put the cover back on and screw it in tightly. Connect the drive and put it back in place. 2 wires in the back part. Release it into its connector. And you can close the case. Place the cover on top. So that it aligns with its position. And screw it in with 6 bolts. First, secure the front part onto the fasteners and smoothly secure the rear part. Now it is necessary to install the side parts in their place. First, the right part. It needs to be fully secured. Turn it over and mount the left part. All that's left is to secure the front panel, and the work will be finished. It easily secures into place. Now all that's left is to install the hard drive and start the console. Secure it in its place. And check that it's working. Let's show it. Reading has started. It's making noise. There's a leader Playback has started. Everything is working perfectly.